You cry out into the darkness, not sure if anyone is listening. You feel abandoned, forgotten, even broken. But I tell you today, there is purpose in your pain. There is divine intention behind the breaking. For the man God wants to use, he must first break. This world teaches us to avoid pain, to run from hardship, to numb ourselves with distraction and deny the struggle. But God operates differently. He does not waste pain. He uses it. He molds us through it. He prepares his vassals in the furnace of affliction, not in comfort. If you've been broken, if you've walked through the fire, it may be because heaven has called your name. The man who stands tall in the purpose of God has known the valley. He's tasted sorrow. He's wrestled with despair. But in the depths of that breaking, God is near. When all you have is a whisper left in your soul, and yet you whisper his name, that is where divine strength is born. You see, God does not use the proud. He resists the arrogant. But the humble, the broken, the ones who limp instead of run, these are the ones he lifts up.
I rarely remember dreams anymore. It's something I actually think about a lot, but
yeah, it's crap. Why are we here? I don't care. Why am I here? What am I doing? Why aren't I gone?
yeah,
I feel this swell of hope, and then it's taken away.
day after day that can be wearing, and
Yeah, you can be the most brilliant guy in the world and still be upset, and still not handling life very well.
yeah,
I mean, an atheist suddenly finds himself walking around after death. He's got some serious reevaluating to do.
I think it's about. I always say it's about a lot of people's lives, but it's about a man's life.
And where's God in this equation? Because he made this.
Yes, it's definite.
Why would you do that? Why would you give us this? This is it? Where is God? Where are you? Why don't you say something? This is like a jail. That wall. That wall. Yeah, that wall. That wall. Yeah, right, that wall. That wall. None of this works.
I think everyone felt that way that I know, that I talked to. Ultimately, everyone is the lead in their own story. And then eventually life ends. And all those questions arise during that time.
Maybe that's why I'm here. I'm constantly looking for some kind of answer,
Yeah. Ultimately, you never get there, and you never really do figure it out, and you never really get the answer, and are you ever really fulfilled? And are you?
No, I'm a man. You're not the cure.
I walked by the plains where the ancients once prayed, but the wind told a tale of a homeland betrayed, where the high kings once gathered with sword and with crown. Now silence and glass cover all that was found. They sold us for nothing, for trading for gold, while the poor filled the streets, left hungry and cold. They bowed to Europe, to rules made abroad, and forgot all the blood that was spilled for our sod. From Tara to Cork, from the north to the shore, there's hunger in hearts that had plenty before. They welcome in strangers, they turn out their own. flag that we died for's no longer our own. Not my law, not my land, not the truth they had planned. Let the winds carry names of the ones who brought shame. 'Tis the green that betrayed and our trust that they slay. They tax every pint, every step that we take. They build up the lie, but it's easy to break. The fields are all fenced, the bulk sold away, and the youth are all leaving, no reason to stay. The pubs now are empty, the shops closed at 9, and the postbox has names that are no longer mine. The neighbors are strangers, no Irish is said, and the pride of the past feels already dead. The dolls full of traitors, not one with a spine, each vote just a blade in old Ireland's own spine. They call it progress, but we know the game. They'll erase who we are just to polish their name. Not my law, not my land, not the truth they had planned. Let the winds carry names of the ones who brought shame. 'Tis the green that betrayed and our trust that they slay. We marched once in numbers, now silenced in shame. They outlawed a flag, they blacklist the name. No wolf tone in school books, no peers on the wall, just a history rewrote to please one and all. A fella in Galway said quietly to me, Island's not island, it's just ECB. The soul of our people, the blood in our veins, is priced by the market and packed up in chains. We don't want the handouts, we don't want the spin. We just want our own, we just want to win. But they call that rebellion, they call that a threat, 'cause they're scared of the truth they would rather forget. Not my law, not my land, not the truth they had planned. Let the winds carry names of the ones who brought shame. 'Tis the green that betrayed and our trust that they slay. So light up a candle, don't let it go dark. Remember the rebels, remember the spark. Though they sold every acre, they can't kill the song. And the spirit of Ireland still knows right from wrong.
Gather round the fire, boys, a story I will tell about a persecution I'm sure you don't know well. An Oklahoma tale of trading land and gems, going down a river that you can't come back up again. Anna Brown was killed in May of 21. They made it look like Anna was just having too much fun. Meanwhile in town they threw a big parade. There stood William Hale in the range war that he waged. Just across the county on that very day, in a pool of blood did Charles Whitehorn lay. Charles was Anna's cousin, so was Henry Rowe, who died shortly after William Hale made him alone. William Hale had him a nephew who'd married Molly Kyle. Molly was Anna's sister and it sunk in after a while. In cities across the country, all the papers read, Reign of Terror continues, another Indian dead. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson drove him down through Tennessee. From Ohio came the Osage, the mountains Cherokee. They left them there to wither on that southern Kansas soil. But this was before the man discovered oil. If you come around here with pretty flowers to sow, you might stop and notice nobody's very old. Grass grows so high it covers up the graves, but listen for a while and it might start giving names. They called him the king of the Osage Hills. He went and got everybody killed. Now they talk about the weather like it's judgment coming soon. For the killers of the flower moon.
In our lifetime we will be free. One day when the light shines we will be free. In our lifetime we will be free. And they can bury us, but they will find out we are seeds. I say free Palestine because I know of every massacre we suffered. The Nakba, Sabra, Shatila, and Rafah. My people have died a million times in the struggle. Still they rise from the tide like a rose through the rubble. I see God himself in the eye of a refugee who'd rather die a martyr than live a life under siege. So if I'm not allowed to say from the river to the sea, then from the Rhine to the sea, Palestine will be free. Still they know they can't shake us. $1 billion sword to the neck. Death cannot break us. And every Palestinian refugee holds a key. One day we will return, no matter how long it takes us. In our lifetime we will be free. One day when the light shines we will be free. In our lifetime we will be free. And they can bury us, but they will find out we are seeds.
I'm grateful to be alive. You appreciate life when you survive a genocide. Look in my eyes and tell me what you see. Ran out of tears to cry right till Palestine is free. Got a problem with a system that doesn't want its existence. Turn the city to a prison that's missing living conditions. My mom's calling, she's telling me she kinda scared. I hear the bombs falling, I smell of death up in the air. My uncle lost his children, I lost my cousins. His tears water the grave to let him know we still love them. Our schools turn to shelters for the rich and poor. I just pray for peace when I speak, I don't wish for war. Bodies laying out, ain't nothing to play about. I give my people hope, cause I'm the first who made it out. I'm just walking the path, this is God's plan. Building up my dreams with the rubble I touch with my hands.
يلمع النور ومنكن حرين في حياتنا منكن حرين لو دفنونا نرجع مزهرين. They done woke up the world now. We know who you serve at the White House. To kids and guys in my bow right now. I'ma ride for your life like you were my child. Long live the resistance if there's something to resist. Had enough of you motherfuckers murdering little kids. PC for a minute, I was trying to be a bridge, but there'll never be freedom by pleading with Zionists. World screaming free Palestine. We see the manual, we know how you colonized. You'd be surprised by how many fucks you actually really don't give when you take away the power of the almighty $sign. Fuck the allure. We'll boycott the stores. Capitalism killing us, that's something we can't afford. They want us to hate each other in the interest of war. Afraid of the mosque and afraid to light the menorah. Hey Kamala, I don't know if you listening, but stop sending money and weapons or you ain't winning Michigan. We uncommitted and hell no, we ain't switching positions because the whole world turned Palestinian. I see the murdered children of Gaza and I see my babies. Life being stripped from the bombs we're making. When will Congress decide a Palestinian's life is just as precious as an Israeli's? We don't own the earth, don't own the earth. We're killing each other over some lines in the dirt. We bleed the same blood, feel the same hurt. Palestinian life, does it have the same worth? What happened to us? What happened to us?
I want this boat. Built in 1928. Designed by the Baglietto Yard, Variazze, Italy. Nothing like it in the world. Rarer than rare. It's not for sale.
I don't want to buy it with money. I want to win it. With a dance.
With dance. With a dance.
When life was unfair, boxing was around to make it fair. And I'll tell you how. On one given night, if you worked hard enough, if you dreamed big enough, if you were tough enough and you made yourself tough enough, you sacrificed enough, you became polished and savvy enough and technically equipped to do things that you had, and you learned those things, and you just worked yourself to the bone. No matter where you came from, no matter what part of the world, no matter who your parents were, no matter what your poverty level may have been, may not have been, no matter what you had, what you didn't have, no matter what people had told you, didn't tell you, all of that, if you made yourself and took advantage of that opportunity and got yourself ready, and you were ready to behave like a champion, you could get in that ring on one given night and make the world fair and have your hand lifted and be called champion of the world. That makes boxing special.
Rock and roll is here to stay. It's better to burn out than to fade away. My, hey, hey. Out of the blue and into the black, they give you this, but you pay for that. And once you're gone, you can never come back. When you're out of the blue and into the black,
her sleep and dream of paradise, paradise. Every time she closed her eyes. When she was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away from her reach, and the bullets catching her teeth. Life goes on, it gets so heavy, the wheel breaks the butterfly. Every tear a waterfall. In the night, the stormy night, she closed her eyes. In the night, the stormy night, away she flies. And dream of paradise, paradise, paradise. Oh, she dream of paradise, paradise, paradise. Oh. So lying underneath those stormy skies, she said, oh, I know the sun was set to rise. This could be paradise, paradise, could be paradise. Oh, this could be paradise, paradise, could be paradise.
It's the law of the universe called the law of abundance, the law of attraction. You can have anything you want once you know what it is. One of the main lessons you come to Earth to learn is how to manipulate energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy.
Well, I tried to be kind, tried to be considerate, and tried to be fair, which I think I've done reasonably well. I hope so anyhow.
There's no need to argue anymore. I gave all I could, but you left me so sore. And the thing that makes me mad is the one thing that I had. I knew I'd lose you. You'll always be special to me, special to me, to me. And I remember all the things we once shared. Watching TV, movies on the living room armchair. But they say it'll work out fine. Was it all a waste of time? 'Cause I knew I'd lose you. You'll always be special to me, special to me, to me. Will I forget in time? You said I was on your mind. There's no need to argue, no need to argue anymore. There's no need to argue anymore.
Gonna have to wake up. I don't wanna have to wake up. Get up, get changed, game face. I don't wanna have to wake up again this morning. Gonna have to wake up. I don't wanna have to wake up. Get up, get changed, game face. I don't wanna have to wake up again this morning.
And the conversation's so old, we can't even muster a fight. And my body goes cold when you turn off the bedside light.
Gonna have to wake up. I don't wanna have to wake up. Get up, get changed.
going to talk about something terrifying, our future. I want you to picture this. Oh, picture this. You wake up tomorrow in your bed that adjusts to your perfect sleep cycle. Your coffee brewed exactly how you like it. Your news curated for your bubble. Your entertainment selected for your mood. And you feel nothing. 'Cause somewhere in the night while you were sleeping, the world learned to run without you. Your job automated, your creativity replicated, your expertise downloaded, your perspective simulated, your passion projects generated in seconds. You sit there in your perfect automated morning with your perfect personalized everything, and you realize nobody called, nobody texted, nobody needs you to solve anything. Nobody needs you to create anything. Nobody needs you to show up. Nobody needs you. And that feeling you've been pushing down, that dread creeping up your spine, that voice you've been silencing finally speaks. Will I matter anymore? Will I matter anymore? Do I matter anymore?
Never get out of the boat. Absolutely goddamn right. Unless you were going all the way. Krusty got off the boat. He split from the whole fucking program.